I was just looking this up. Jeff Horn, since he beat Gary Cochran, since he won that fight last Wednesday, he's been not really showing too much interest in Terence Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
But since the fight is on the table and he is the number one contender for Jeff Horn's belt, he stated that he wants no less than $4 million for the fight.
Right.
Now, Horn, this is what he told his management. This is what his management stated. That's the exact amount that they want, no less than that, for the Crawford defense. And mind you, he made $750,000 for the Cochran fight. And they also feel that $1 million is too light. They feel that that amount is too light for him. So they're trying to work out a deal for that because the fight is supposed to be scheduled like around April 21st.
But I was just reading that now Terence is mandatory. So if he doesn't take the fight or prices himself out the fight,
I'm thinking he might have to vacate it then,
yeah,
right?
I mean, that's the way I thought, it would go. He would wind up losing the belt.
That kind of brings me to my question. So do you think Horn is just kind of overpricing himself, thinking he really deserves this amount? Or do you think this is just like a ploy to get out of fighting Crawford?
I mean, in my opinion, he's trying to price himself out of the fight. How can he think that he deserves $4 million? I mean, what is he basing that off of? Just having the belt? And then it's like, it's interesting now too, Ant, because I never really got on to Horn. I didn't really know too much about him, but he seemed like he was game. He got in there with Manny, and now I see him trying to price himself out of this Terence Crawford fight. It's like, I mean, this dude might be. And I'm looking at him a little different now. Because before I just thought he was a tough Aussie, those Australian guys are tough. And I thought he was game, but now, talking $4 million, I mean, that's just crazy.
I mean, yeah, that's a big jump from
it's crazy. $750,000 your previous fight.
Lomachenko made $1 million against Rigondeaux. He was the A side there, so I want to know how you can think you can jump $750,000 to $4 million. That's why it just sounds like, okay, let me throw this amount out there, and if they can't do it, then I'll vacate the belt.
Yeah, I mean, it's absurd, and that's what I'm saying. Where is he getting this number from? Like you said, you didn't even get $1 million your last fight. Now for this fight, you want $4 million?
Because he wants $4 million. And on top of that, he knows that when the fight is signed, it's going to be in Las Vegas. So maybe he thinks that him fighting out of his hometown is a disadvantage. But I mean, if you know how to fight, you can fight. You shouldn't really care about where the fight is. But on top of that, he was interested in fighting Anthony Mundane for $2 million.
Oh, that deal was on $2 million was on the table for Mundane?
That's what he wants.
Over in Australia?
Yeah, in Australia, because I'm thinking that they would go with that fight, but I don't know if it would be for a belt, because I don't know if Mundane could get down to 147,
Right. I always thought he was a bigger guy.
Yeah, he was kind of a bigger guy, but I'm thinking he wants that as like a catch weight fight and rather just try to get $2 million off of that because he doesn't deserve $4 million for it.
Yeah, I mean, and now it's like you kind of looking at the guys like he's just trying to cash out right now, and people don't even know him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're cashing out, and people don't even know you. So I don't know where he's getting these big numbers from. It's guys who've been fighting for years who ain't getting those numbers yet.
Right, because when he took on Pacquiao, he wasn't seen as the A side or anything.
Absolutely.
He was just another tune-up for Pacquiao.
To me, that Pacquiao fight, you could equate that to Chris Algieri getting that fight. It was just one of those things where it's the smaller guy.
That was all. But he just happened to pull it.
Yeah, he just happened to pull it off. He happened to pull it off, and that was it.
So basically, I don't even think he's basing his stock off of the Pacquiao win. I just feel like, let me overprice myself so
because
I can get out of it. And my only way out of it is to vacate it.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
I really think that Crawford might not even have to wind up fighting for it. Depending how the WBO, they might just give him the belt or he might have to fight somebody else for it.
But it's like, dude, why wouldn't you fight? You're not a tomato can. you can go in there and lose and still earn some respect. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
are fighting,
Right.
to a lot of people, the best fight out right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm curious to why is he trying to price himself out? You know,
Without throwing something out there like, without saying he's not ready, this is the only way he can do it without making him look too scared. Notice I said too scared, because I mean, this is making him look reluctant.
But before he was mentioning him, right? He was mentioning Crawford. I mean, where did that
Not too much.
Not too much.
He would say his name like, oh, you know, I could take him to a certain extent, but that's when he threw that money out there. He was like, for $4 million, he'll do it. We're not doing it for $1.
Well, I'm definitely not interested in seeing that fight then. If he don't really want it, I'm thinking he game. He think I'm gonna go in there and beat Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
But if he ain't game and they gotta make him, I don't want to see that, because Terence Crawford gonna destroy him either way, whether he's game or not.
Whether he's game or not, because if he would have taken the fight anyway and just showed the heart, people would respect him.
That's what I'm saying. He could still
his stock would have went up,
losing to the best guy out right now.
Right, but when you're trying to overprice yourself and trying to find some way out of it, nobody doesn't respect you. You know. Because, I mean, is Errol Spence, are they making $4 million for the next fight? Keith Thurman or any of them?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, Danny Garcia, like I said, his top is like $3 million. So why does he think he deserves $4 million?
Right.
So my only answer to that is that's just a duck, another form of ducking.
Yeah. Just for flat out pricing yourself out of fight. People do it all the time, you know?
Yeah. But, yeah, it really just hearing that just made me kind of lose my interest in that fight, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wanted to see it. You know, I wanted to see it.
Yeah, I know you wanted to see it.
I felt like, you know, Crawford would make the statement, but I think he's already made the statement.
You know, I'm looking
without
at
putting hands on him.
This chump. I'm like, man, yeah, so.
But, yeah, that's where Horn stands with his belt. He'll probably lose it by next year, man.